Hi guys, thanks for watching. My name is Carlos Garcia, and today I'm going to give you my 3 tips on how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. So the other day I was reading an article. This article is a little bit older. It was written on January 9th, 2019. This article was written by CNBC, and it goes on to talk about a little bit about Donald Trump. And I started to read down the article, and surprisingly, it says that 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And this is insane. I find this so insane that 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That is a huge number of people. And so I'm going to do a short video today basically on my 3 steps on how to get out of living paycheck to paycheck. And so we're going to start right now. I'm not going to take all your time. Step 1 is you have to take accountability where you're at in your financial life. If you're doing great, take accountability for that. If you're doing terrible and you have debt up the wazoo, you have to take accountability for that. So wherever you're at financially, you have to understand that the only reason that you're there is by the actions that you took to get there, right? You just didn't wake up one day and have $15,000 worth of credit card debt. You went shopping and you swiped that card and you bought those new outfits or that new pair of shoes or that new cell phone or something that you just had to have. You spent the money on that. So the first thing is just taking accountability, and you have to accept that where you're at right now in your financial life is because of the actions that you have taken. But the good thing is, if you made bad financial decisions, we can reverse that by making good financial decisions, and you will also take accountability for those in a year or two when you're doing great financially. Okay, the second tip is budgeting. And when we're talking about budgeting, we need to know how much money we have coming in and how much money we have going out. And so when we're thinking about budgeting, I want you to think of it in 2 ways. I would grab a piece of paper, and on the left side, I would put needs, and on the right side, I would put wants. Now, on the needs, this is obviously your rent, your utility, your food. These are all needs because you cannot live without them. On the right side, you have your wants. This may be going out with your friends on the weekend, going to a movie, buying new shoes. These are all things that you can live without. And so when it comes to budgeting, to me, in my opinion, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you need to make severe and serious changes in the way you live your life. You need to just cut out all of your wants so that way you can free up some of that cash that you're making to start paying off debts if you have them. The reason that you want to pay off these debts and cut off all the wants, and this isn't permanently, I'm not saying you can't buy anything ever again, but for a period of time, you need to cut off all wants, start paying off your debts, and I would start paying the smallest debt first so that you can get these small victories and then go up gradually to the next one. Once that one's paid off, go up to the next smallest, pay that one off. And that's exactly how I would do it because that's how I've done it in the past. And I feel that that gives you the encouragement and it gives you the satisfaction that you're actually on the right track. Once you start knocking these bills off little by little, you start to become more confident in the system and you trust the system. And when you trust it, then you start to go all in, and that's when you make real progress. All right, now we're at step 3. And step 3 is basically just living below your means. And what this means is for your house, for your car, for your clothes, are you buying the type of car that someone that makes the type of money that you do should own, right? If you make $35,000 a year, should you be driving a new 2019 car that costs $30,000 to $35,000? No, you should not. You should be driving a used car, something that you have no payment on, something that you can have low insurance, because you need that money. You need to be able to save that money, not be spending $500 or $600 just on a car payment, not including insurance, not including gas money or oil changes, tires, all the things that are going to require maintenance throughout that year. So owning a car is more than just paying that payment. You also have to think about maintenance that goes into the cost of ownership. So you have to just understand what you have and the amount of money you make, and does it make sense, right? If you have an apartment that costs $1,500 and you're only taking home $2,500 a month after taxes, does that make sense? Absolutely not. Doesn't make sense. You're not living within your means. You just have to understand that whatever amount of money that you take home after taxes, you have to basically live off of less than you make. It's that simple. It's very easy. This is not rocket science. But the problem, or the number one problem that I find with people who do not know how to live within their means, it's usually because of their ego or their image, right? People say, oh no, I'm too good to live in this type of apartment. I'm too good to drive this type of car. Or they're ashamed to go to a party or to a friend's house and let their friends and family see them driving this type of car, because this is the keeping up with the Joneses syndrome, where they have to have the newest car, they have to have the newest iPhone, they have to have new everything, because it's about their image that they're showing to everyone else. They want to look like they're doing well. In reality, the finance side, they're not doing well at all. They're barely surviving, and they're treading water every month. So in my opinion, put your image and your ego to the side and stop acting like someone who is doing well and start actually doing well. And I guarantee you, if you take these 3 steps and you apply them today, you will see a difference. 100% you will see a difference. It's finances are so easy. I don't understand how people do not know how to budget and save. They're so easy, but the reason it's so hard is because money is tied to our emotion so strongly that we make emotional decisions on purchasing things more than we actually think about, is this a smart decision? All right, guys, those are my 3 tips for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.